Srujan, did you started recording? Chandra?
Yeah, I have started, sir.
Vivek? Vivek?
Yes, sir. Started.
Started?
Yes, sir.
Srujan started?
Yes, sir, started.
Okay. Right, what we have seen yesterday? We saw two different ways to create servlets, right? One is
Yes, sir.
using web.xml mapping, one is directly with annotations, right? Any doubts in those? Everything is clear?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Right. So today we'll create another servlet using do, get and do post methods. And let us see what is the difference between get request and post request. Okay. So
Yes,
in
sir.
yesterday what we did, yesterday just we click on one HTML page and that has sent to server and it will display some message. But now what we are going to see is from the client we are sending some parameters, some values to the server and let us see how the server will receive the parameters. Okay. Understand?
Yes, sir.
Right. So that is a concept we'll see. So first let us create one HTML page, name login.html. I'll give. Understand? So we'll use login credentials page. Okay. Where, see guys, if you want any client's parameters to be passed to server, then client form has to be designed using some form tag. Do you know that? Form tag? Input text boxes and command buttons, when you want to design, you should go with a form tag inside a HTML page. This is the form tag we should start. Under that give the URL pattern. So I am giving URL pattern as login. Login is a URL pattern. So whenever the client submit the data, it will go to login. Action means what? This action will perform like hyperreference in anchor tag. Enter user. Input type equals to text box. Text box name I am giving UID. Done. Enter password. User ID and password. Input type equals to a text box is created and its name, text box name I am giving pass RPWD. Done guys. So two tools I have created for text boxes and there is a submit button. Input type equals to submit. Value equals to submit. Right. So one submit button, two input text boxes. When you press the submit button, automatically this action will perform and this URL pattern will go to server guys. Let's directly create a servlet without using web.xml. Right. New servlet. Package no need. Class name I am giving login. The servlet name I am giving login. This is the URL pattern which we sent. no constructors, only do get and do post I want, not service. Today I will take do get and do post. First we'll take do get. Hmm? Do get request. Right. And you can observe here. Do get is there and automatically a servlet is created with the mapping name login. So when you hit a client request with the login URL, automatically it will come to this particular page, and this do get method is called because when you say by default the method equals to get. Okay, get request I am passing and it will call the do get method. If it is post request, it will call the post request. We'll write the code here. First, as usually, we have to response dot set content type normal text or HTML. Response, okay, print writer out equals to response dot get writer. These are the common steps you have to take in every servlet, guys. Okay, print writer out equals to response dot get writer. I saved it. Next, what exactly my intention in this program? So you have to receive the client's username and password and check whether they are correct or not and send the response message. So first you need to receive the request and response request values. How the client's values will be received in servlet? So there is a request object. I told you that container will create a request object and fill the values with the request object. So request dot you will call get parameter. What is the parameter name? First parameter is UID, right? First text box name is what? UID. And you receive in the form of string user equals to request dot get parameter. Similarly, you receive password PWD. The second text box name is what? PWD. Understand? Password. So I am receiving, storing into pass, variable pass. So client's values are received in a servlet in the form of user and pass, guys. Done? If user dot equals, I am checking with admin and pass dot equals admin. User dot equals admin and pass dot equals admin. Then what do? I should print a message to the client. See out dot println HTML body bg color equals to red, text equals to yellow, text equals to red, out dot println HTML, center, message will display in center, and also we can make base font size equals to 7. So I'm making a big font size. Okay. Out.println welcome to servlet or welcome to home page. Did or not? If the credentials are wrong, the different message has to be printed. Invalid credentials. Understand? Invalid credentials. Then close out.println /body /html. That's it, guys. So this is the do get method which will receive the get request. Hello, Srujan. Is it okay?
Okay, sir.
Right. Let me run. Run as run on server. Next. Admin. So actually password should not display, right? Submit. Welcome to home page. If everything is good, it will display. So here instead of text box, I will give password. There is separate text box for password. And break tags, I will use break. See guys, admin, submit, welcome. Suppose if something goes wrong, Pasha, something admin, invalid credentials. Very simple message. Understand? So likewise, you can pass the values to server. In the server, I can receive the values in the form of request.getParameter, and give the text box names which you are creating here and get the values. Then test those values as your requirement. Understand, guys? Is it clear?
Yeah, okay.
But the best process is what? You should write the do get and do post both. Protected. Let us see the difference between do get and do post now. Void. See, if it is a get request, you have to write do get. If it is a post request, you have to write do post. How you will make a post request? Here you write post. Here you will write what? Post. So what is the difference between get and post? First let us see the get request clearly. This is the get request. Get request. See, when I submit the values, all the values will be displayed on the address bar. See? So the user given values will be attached to the URL and pass it to the server. That is get method, guys. Get request means the client's parameters will be attached to the URL and pass it to the client. Understand? If it is a post request, you have to change the method to get do post. Then what is the difference? Admin, admin. See, you can't see the values here because internally the values will be passed through the HTTP protocol body. Understand? That is the difference between GET request and POST request. And through the GET request, there is a visibility of the client's parameter. So it leads to insecurity. Other one is you can send only the less amount of the data. You can't send the more data. That is another problem. So there are some drawbacks in DoGet. So it's rarely used request, but most probably we use DoPost. Anyhow, we should prepare our servlet in such a way that it should handle GET and POST request. How it is possible? If you write DoGet method with the content, you also prepare protected void do post, sorry, do get, and copy paste, and you from here you call do post method, pass the request and response. So what we are doing here now, yeah, suppose if client made a request on if client make a request on DoGet, the request will come here. From here we are calling internally do post method. If client make a request do post, it will call directly do post. That's not a problem. So we should prepare with do get and do post every servlet. It would be better practice, guys. Any doubts here? Is it clear? How to receive the client's parameters, how to extract them, how to use them. Understand?
Yes, sir.
Right. The next concept is servlet chaining process, guys. What is servlet chaining? After do get and do post, you should understand what is servlet chaining. Suppose if a client's request needs 2 or more servlets to be processed, not only one servlet, if you need to involve one more servlet or two more servlets, then from one servlet you need to call another servlet, right? From one servlet you need to call another servlet. This process is called as servlet chaining process. Understand, guys? Then calling from one servlet to another servlet internally. See, from HTML we will call a server, servlet will call server. But what if I need to call a servlet from another servlet? That is servlet chaining process. In this process you have two different of modes, guys. One is forward mode, another one is include mode. What is the forward mode? Forward mode means if one servlet calls another servlet, the request will be forwarded completely hand over to the second servlet, and after final response also dispatched from the servlet to directly the client. So here in this process the output of the first servlet will be discarded. The output of the first servlet will be discarded. It will not be carried over. Understand? Hello?
Can you explain again, sir?
Yeah. If first servlet calls second servlet, the first servlet output will not be displayed on the browser, but the only second servlet output will be displayed on the browser. There is no concern with the first servlet with the client's output in this process. Forward means what? The request will be forwarded to the control will be handed over to the server 2, servlet 2. So servlet 2 is the main role here. Understand? In this case, you can go with the forward mode. Suppose include means what? In this instance, you can directly call the second servlet, but the output will not be dispatched. The response will not be dispatched from the second servlet. The response will be dispatched from the first servlet. Means it will go to second servlet and it will collect the output of the second servlet. After that, it will come back to the first servlet and it will resume the remaining process here, and it will also include the output of the first servlet, and both will be displayed on the browser from the first servlet. So dispatch will be done from the first servlet instead of second servlet. That is the difference between forward and include mode. Forward means what? Just send it to other servlet, you just keep quiet. In include means what? You call the second servlet and get the data from the second servlet, final data, and include the data inside the output of the current servlet and print to the browser. That is the two different modes available in the servlet chaining process, guys. Understand?
Yes.
Vivek? Chandra?
Yeah, sir, got it.
And one thing you have to note that in the servlet chaining process, every servlet uses the same request and response objects. So whatever the request and response object received by first servlet will have to dispatch to the second servlet also. And the same data will be attached to the response of the same object. Understand? And let us see how can we implement this in our program. And one more thing we should understand, how can we call one servlet from another servlet? There is a interface called request dispatcher, guys. This is an interface. We need to create object for that, and we call the two methods as per requirement. There are two methods, forward method, include method. If you want the request to be dispatched to second servlet in forward method, use this particular way. If it is include method, you use this particular way. Done? Okay, guys. So
Yes.
it is an interface. Can you create object for interface? No. So how will get the reference? This is the way. See, for the connection or for the statement in JDBC, how you got the reference? Statement is an interface. Did you create an object for statement directly? How you got the object for statement, guys? Tell me the sentence. Statement equals to what you did?
New statement.
On dot create statement.
Okay.
Understand? In the connection object, there is a method called create statement which will give the instance of statement. Similarly, here we have request dot get request dispatcher and give the destination URL to which servlet you are going to call. After establishing the connection, it will give the response back to the request dispatcher. Okay, it is similar thing. Statement st equals to con dot create statement. Remember? So we are taking the help of Vivek. Hello, Vivek.
Yes, sir.
You are not
This
recording?
one is stuck. I can see your screen, sir. There is a network problem. I am only hearing the voice.
Okay. Chandra?
I can see that.
Srujan?
Yeah, there's a
I
problem with
can
this
see, sir.
Wi-Fi.
Your side also there is a problem?
No, sir, I can hear.
Oh, you can see, right, no problem.
Yes.
Okay, I'll forward Vivek.
Yeah, okay.
Srujan, can you forward to Vivek the video?
Sir, I am listening online. I think it may not be recorded.
What?
I'm listening
They're
online,
not,
sir. Yes.
they're not recording.
It says, but it is recording, but it is not getting saved.
Why it will not get saved? Okay, Chandra, do you have recording?
Oh, yeah, sir, I have.
Can you forward to me?
I'm actually putting in the drive, Google Drive.
Yeah, we
Okay,
can
then
see.
Yeah, so they have
you
access
know.
to it.
Oh, Vivek, you have that access. You can download it.
Yeah, okay, sir.
Okay, but make sure this is most important class. Okay.
Yeah, okay, sir.
So in this way, we should create the request dispatcher object also. So if you want request dispatcher object, then invoke the request.getRequestDispatcher method and give the URL pattern for the next servlet to which you want to call. Then automatically it will call the servlet and put the reference into request dispatcher. Then you can use the any of the methods as per your requirement. That is a simple concept. So now exactly we'll implement the same process here. See guys, if the user credentials are correct, instead of printing some message, we should forward to the home page, right? There should be one home page. We should forward our control to the next page. Is it or not?
Yeah.
Hmm? Instead of printing welcome message or printing here itself, we need to forward to another page. Na? When your username password are correct, you will be redirected to home page of the site, right?
Yeah.
So first we'll create one page, servlet, called welcome servlet. What is the servlet? Welcome servlet with do get and do post. So from do get you need to call do post, do get you need to call request comma response, right? So do get will call do get method. When client make a request to do post, it will call do get. If client make a request directly do guest, it will come to here. So this is welcome servlet. It will display message, right? This message it will display. Message would be displayed here. Understand? No request dot get parameters here. Or you can make okay. See guys, what I did, I received client's parameters, and if the credentials are correct, I have to forward the request to the next page. Request to dispatcher. Request dispatcher RD equals to request dot get request dispatcher. What is the URL pattern for the next servlet, guys? Welcome servlet, no? We should call the servlet. And RD dot, do you need to use forward or include here?
forward.
Do we need to use forward or include? If the credentials are correct, do I need to get some output from here also, or do I need to forward the request to the next servlet? I should call forward or include?
Forward, I guess.
Forward only.
Yeah.
Request response. Because if the credentials are correct, nothing to do with the current servlet, no? Just send it to current page, welcome page. If the request dispatcher, if the credentials are wrong, then you print the message and come back. So if the credentials are wrong, then I should redirect him to login.html. Which page? Login.html, and as well as this message also has to be printed on that. So better we go with the include here, because I need to include this output also. Okay, I should call the HTML page along with this message. So I need here what? Include is mandatory. Am I correct or not?
Yeah.
See, admin, welcome to home page. See, you got login page. Next, something goes wrong. Invalid credentials message is displayed, as well as the client's page also displayed on the screen. That's what I wanted. So this is the include mode. Include mode will include the output of the current servlet, as well as it will call the destination resource. This is the include and forward. You are calling a servlet or HTML from another servlet. That is the thing you need to understand. This is most important, guys, in advanced Java. Any doubts here?
Yes,
Is it clear to all?
sir.
Yeah, sir.
Right. So this you have to practice, guys. I'll send this project and go through practice. Okay? Whole project I will send it to you.
Sir, can
Okay,
you
na?
send the notes also for the servlet?
Yeah. I think this one I sent it to you, right?
No, sir, I didn't get
Servlet?
it actually.
No, you
Okay.
send only JDBC.
Okay, I'll send it, no problem. Okay?
Sir,
Go
I
through
have a
this
doubt.
and we'll... Yeah, ask me.
Yeah, I tried to run the yesterday's hello program, but it's giving me an error that unable to start the server.
Can you share your screen now?
Yes, sir.
Hmm.
Can you see this, sir?
Hmm. Okay. Just a moment. Click OK. Click OK. Go to server stat.
Yes, sir.
Here.
Okay.
Here. No, left. Middle. That, no. Double click on that. Drag it to right. That HTTP1 AJP. Show me that admin port. 8085. That's good. Fine. Okay. Do one thing. Double click on 8005.
Yes, sir.
Double click. Okay, change it to 807 and down. Second one 8085. Change it to 8081. Next 8006 or 8006. Okay, and close it. Close it. This one here. Okay, close it. Now run it.
The same error.
Hmm?
No, sir, it didn't work.
Fail to start. The details. Give me the details. Fail to start. Close it. Close it. Can you click this battery left side? This taskbar. On the taskbar, open
Sir,
the icons. Right side. Right side. Right side. Right side. Come down left. No, bottom right.
Near the battery.
No, battery left side. Battery. Uh,
There's an arrow here.
what is this green one? Can you show me? Right click on that.
it's NVIDIA
No,
settings, sir.
no. Okay, forget it. No, close it. And do one thing. Do
Okay.
one thing. Just click on servers again. Click.
Yeah.
No, here. Right click. Right click. Delete.
I have done it
Delete.
2-3 times. It's
Done
not
it.
getting
Wait. Done. Wait. Don't delete. Don't delete. Cancel.
just a minute.
Oh, you deleted.
Yeah.
No. Delete it. You delete. Wait. Cancel. You
Okay.
delete that servers also folder. Hmm. Once again you add it. Hmm. Wait, don't do anything. Double click now. No, not there. Here. Double click. Check the ports. 8085. Above one and below one. Just step change one by 8. 8005. 8007. Bottom one. And top one 8006. Just change any one number. Okay. Save and come. Close it. Okay, don't do anything. Run it once again. Just run it, this start server here only. Don't run the project. Right click. No, why you are running the program? Starting. It started, right?
Yes, sir.
There is no problem now. There is a problem inside your project. Okay, now right click on the project. Run it. No, not here. How can you run this directly server?
You want me to
Okay,
run the project, right?
it's a beginning one, right? Better you run it
Yeah.
HTML page.
Okay. They restart the server, sir? Or continue?
Yes. Yeah. So you do one thing.
Okay.
Close it. Close it. Close it. Close it. And go to web.xml. There are two programs, right? Double click on web.xml. Okay. Copy this all. Select Control A and copy. Copy.
Sir.
And delete this. Right click on the web.xml. Not there. Close it. Close it. Delete this. Right click here. Web.xml. Bottom. Bottom. Web.xml, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right
XML,
click.
sir.
Delete it.
Delete, sir?
Right click. Right click. Delete. Okay.
Should I get in?
Now run that HTML file. Run the HTML file again. HTML, it is. What you are running, man? Hey, you select that HTML,
sir.
no? It is not HTML you selected. You selected lib folder. Close it first. Select that hello.html. Right click.
Yes, sir.
Left side you have hello.html.
Sir.
Right click.
Okay.
Run it. Run server. Finish. Finish. Okay. There is some problem in your web.xml. Check it. I'll send
Yeah,
this project now. You did not
okay.
prepare the web.xml. There was some mistake. I am sending
Okay.
this project now. Just import it and work on it. Let us see if still any problem. Okay.
Sir, I did not get that too. That you asked me to try in the command prompt, right?
What?
You asked me to try that in the command prompt, right?
Which one?
That add.
Oracle. Oracle.
Yeah,
Command
I
prompt means
tried.
not that one. Not that one. Control start button and R. Press start R.
Yeah, I got it.
Not this one. Close it. Control R first. Not control. Start button. Inside keyboard you have Microsoft start button, right? Hold that and press R. CMD.
Got it.
SQL plus. Enter.
Should I keep any semicolon? I got it.
Nothing, nothing. Wait. Why? Give username and password. Username. Enter. Password. Enter. ED. Space. Add one. Enter. It's already there now. What's the problem?
Yeah, I could not run the function.
Exit. Start. Add one.
Semicolon, sir?
Enter. Slash. Enter.
Yeah, okay.
Hmm?
What is it?
Fine. What's the problem?
Yeah, I thought the slash will be created automatically.
No. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, right guy. Bye.
Bye.